Welcome back to Morning Wood. Happy Mike Clevinger Day, Padres fans. Enjoy that debut tonight. Before we get into any of that, we pay tribute to an absolute baseball legend.
Well, baseball mourns the loss of one of its greats. Hall of Fame player and Hall of Fame human being Tom Seaver passed away yesterday at 75 years old. Former Rookie of the Year, former 3-time ERA title winner, former 3-time Cy Young Award winner, former 12-time All-Star and 1969 World Series champion and member of the amazing Mets, a hero to many, the franchise, Tom Terrific, the greatest Met of all time. Tom Seaver will be missed. Our hearts go out to the Seaver family and baseball fans everywhere who will mourn the loss of one of the greatest to ever do it. Rest in peace, Hofer. Well, we had a couple of record-setting performances yesterday. Let's start with the dominant lefty Josh Hader out of Milwaukee, who is on a historic run right now. It is dominant, and he is undressing folks at a ridiculous rate in the batter's box. What I will tell you about is Adam Duvall, who just yesterday parked 3 balls out of Fenway Park 24 hours after Marcell Ozuna just did the same thing. We're talking historic. Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth. Those were the last teammates to hit 3 homers in a game on back-to-back days, 2020.
Major League Baseball came down with their suspensions yesterday on the Yankees and Rays. AROLDIS CHAPMAN gets 3 games for intentionally throwing in Mike Brousseau's head, even though he clearly had no intention of doing so. It was just a dangerous pitch, but a dangerous pitch nonetheless. I disagree with the suspension, but Major League Baseball is trying to make an example of him and stop the Yankees and Rays from fighting each other, throwing each other, yelling at each other. He'll appeal it. It'll likely go down to 2 games, and they'll move on. Kevin Cash gets suspended a game for being a child to the media and threatening the Yankees. That's fair. But then Aaron Boone gets suspended a game for literally doing nothing besides being AROLDIS CHAPMAN's manager. So the logic here, according to Major League Baseball, is that being the manager of a guy who throws a wild pitch is more egregious than being a member of a baseball team that cheated the game of baseball for 3 years and won a tainted World Series. Go fuck yourself, Rob Manfred. And as for the rubber match of the Yankees and Rays series last night, they continue to fucking stink at baseball, and it's making me really sad and miserable, and I just don't want to feel this way, and I want it to stop, and I want them to play better, and they just don't play better, and yeah, I'm just sad.
Orioles fans, is it time that we start getting nervous about John Means? I mean, last year before the All-Star game, he looked like a sure-cut ace. 7-4, 2.5 ERA, that was before the game. Since then, only 5-10 in 19 starts, and ERA of 5.58. Hell, this year alone, 8.10 ERA. Pete Alonso went where only a few men have gone before. Second deck at Camden Yards. Some of the guys who have gone there, Edwin Encarnacion, Mark Reynolds, Manny Machado, maybe you've heard of them. Only the 5th player ever to reach the second deck at Camden Yards. John Means was not good yesterday. I'm still holding out hope that we see the good John Means this year.
Prior to yesterday's Rays-Yankees game, you had Aaron Boone getting a 1-game suspension, Kevin Cash gets a game, AROLDIS CHAPMAN gets 3 games for throwing over the head at 101 miles an hour of Mike Brousseau. You may be saying, oh, what's the precedent for that? Oh, well, you look at Joe Kelly. He got 8 fucking games for throwing a curveball at Carlos Correa. So you have 3 games for Chapman, 8 games for Joe Kelly. What's the difference there? Oh, Joe Kelly made a frowny face. And while most people might shit their pants when they get a 101 mile an hour fastball thrown over their fucking head, what did Mike Brousseau do? Oh, how about 2 bombs, another Tampa Bay Rays victory, and a 4.5 game lead in the American League East over the New York Yankees.